Okay, we at Professional Diving Centre. We're based in the Gamco building, and this is Gareth Matalingo. And believe it or not, I bought my first SAT system from Gareth's dad many years ago. And here I am back with Gareth. And Gareth's the man that built this fiberglass bell for me. I found a fiberglass dish end that was the same as our saturation bell. And I said to Gareth, geez, it would be so nice to have a mock-up bell for training out of fiberglass. And he said, I'll do it. I said, it's a hell of a job. It's like a dream. True's nuts. He has the bell. It's not a dream. He built this bell. We put steel penetrators into the fiberglass with flat bar reinforcing so it can be used as a proper training aid. We'll just open the door. And without Gareth, Professional Diving Centre wouldn't be here anyway. He's been a saving grace to us in getting the SAT system down here, placed to store all our equipment on the farm. There's 3 SAT systems standing there.
Another interesting thing is that Gareth trained with us in the year 2000. That's 24 years ago as a Class 2 diver and a Class 3 diving supervisor. He runs his own inshore inland civils company around Gansbaai, doing various work and underwater concreting and that. And he built the bell. We're going to show you some shots of the bell being built and basically all the different photos and putting it into the classroom and the amount of effort it took. A fantastic job that he did, and we're very grateful for it. Well, the idea came to build this fiberglass bell as a training aid when I found this dished end, which was the same diameter as the diving bell. And Gareth took this and cast another one, so we had 2 dished ends. And then he went ahead and started building this bell. I said to him, like a dream, to have something like this. And off he went and started building the thing. He had to build a frame around it with wood. And he copied it exactly. He did the cutouts and built the reinforcing around it. We even built the trunk, as you can see there. We put the windows in. Everything was made from wood and fiberglass. The hinges on the doors were put on as well. And then we did the flange, the coupling flange for the TUP. There you can see it, and that was fiberglassed over as well. And we've landed up with an exceptionally real bell. That's the drop weight system on the left-hand side. So we can do all the training and the simulation training with it. That's the bell flipped on its side. And there you can see the hinges that's coming on. And after this, we started to look at cutting out for the penetrators. There you can see the holes. And we had penetrators fiberglassed in, metal steel penetrators, pressure penetrators that were welded with flat bar, so we could use the valves in the bell. So those are the penetrators that are put in. Then we started, Gareth and his team started painting it with gel coat. And it came, and then eventually all the penetrators got a gel coat white around them. And we built the metal frame, put it onto wheels. And then before we put in the classroom, this is our old SAT panel. We stopped using it in about the middle of 1990. And we had this lying in the container, so we stripped it out and we got his little crane that runs around in the workshop moving big machinery to come in. This is a tier, wonderful piece of equipment. And he uses this to put big stuff onto the lathes and machines. And we lifted the panel up, took out the side of the classroom wall, and inserted the SAT panel and dive control panel into the classroom so we could have a simulation panel for the ALST training as well as for working the bell. Got to do some work on it, but nevertheless it was done. And there we have the little crane in the workshop picking up the bell, and we're going to move it along and then lift it up and put it into the classroom. And it was quite a job getting it all done, but Gareth and his team did an extremely good job. That's looking inside the workshop with all the machinery, and that's the wall cutout in the classroom. We're still building the classroom at that time, and we brought this along and inserted it into the classroom, lifted it up and pushed it in, and then we built the classroom wall closed again. This is us lifting it at the moment. And the frame with the wheels on, that's it up in the air. And this little unique crane system on tracks is an amazing item. Here's in the classroom. We had to cut off 400 mils before this to make it fit with a roof, close the back wall up, and then the time came to cut open the side so we could have a big side door that opened for training. That's it there, cut out. And then Gareth and his team put hinges on. And yes, it's slightly lower than our bell, but they had to weld all the hinges on and get the door to function. And there you can see the doors put on, glassed in there where the hinges are going. And then we started putting equipment that we had spare lying around into the bell. We've got 3 SAT systems lying around, so we managed to pull some of the equipment, manufacture some of it that we needed for the training aids. And we put it together. That's the hinges being welded on. Gauges inside with electrical box identical to our operational bell. We even made dogs on the bell, doors with equalization valves. Number the doors, there you can see the door with hinges, and the tapping code on the side there. The doors open up, and that's looking inside the bell now that it's kitted out with the emergency scrubbers, heaters. That's our real bell, operational bell you're looking at now. So this bell resembles that, and we still got to do the final plumbing in the training aid bell, but it will work exactly the same. This is the machinery in Gareth's workshop. He's got massive lathes, CNC machines, line boring machines. I can't believe the size of the equipment and what can be done in this workshop. But with all that equipment, the fiberglass bell was just a bit of a joke, really, for him. It was a quick thing to make. That's the electrical tech workshop that we share. That's Gareth's electrical tech workshop. And we now share that workshop and my workshop here, which is the mechanical workshop where we do the helmet training and service all the helmets and that. And it looks down out over the saturation system, which is in our major workshop, the big workshop downstairs. That's the diamond helmet, just past it there. And yeah, so we look out through the window and we look down into the big workshop where the saturation system's standing. And then that's the classroom. This is outside the building, and looking along, we upstairs. That's our Bucky parked outside, our LDV, and just a quick look at what it looks like. That's all the parking area in front. We've got a HPSL coming. That's Gamco Services logo on the wall outside. We're going to put ours up next, and that's the bell one step closer again with yellow paint on the edges. The bottom door numbered and put in, and that was the story of this bell build, and it's an excellent training aid for us. We're very proud of it, and thanks very much to Gamco Services and Gareth.